So go ahead and cry. Go ahead and cry. It's the main reason why we're here. Hey, I'm Coach Hunt. It's Angelina. And in this message, in this video today, I wanted just to talk about crying because Spirit gave me this morning. I'm going to go ahead and go to my notes on my phone real quick. And I put it in my notes because I was like shocked. And the Spirit said, go ahead and cry because it's going to support you in three ways: release, relief, and reaction. And I was Excuse me. And I was like, why is this? This is my meditation this morning. And so when it comes through, I'm going to teach it. I'm going to embody it. I'm going to learn it. And I'm going to take this information and remind myself, don't shut myself down when I start to tear up, because it's going to go into these three components. It's going to go into these three components. And so the first one, to release. We, most people understand that we release when we cry. The crying supports our nervous system. Crying supports the body not being able to hold on to something. Too many emotions just flooding um, the bloodstream, the pathways, the neurons. Everything is just firing, and so we water up, we tear up, we cry. We cry, and this is a part of our DNA. This is what we're born to do. This, we're born to cry. We are born to cry. Spirit told me that. God told me that. You know why? Because I guess I needed to stop shutting myself down when I start to cry and holding myself back. I know I don't do this. I know as a coach that when people cry, I just hold the space. Sometimes my empathicness, I may start tearing up with them, and I try to, no, 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 don't cry with them. This is about them. This is not about you, because I'm an empath. But I hold the space. I hold the space. But when I start to cry, even in my loneliness, even in my aloneness, even when I'm in the car by myself, I will shut myself down just out of habit, because my generation, Gen X, my generation, and maybe some generations before me, was taught that you better not cry. You better not cry. I'm going to give you something to cry about. My mother would pinch me and expect me not to move, shake, say a word, drop a tear. And I was in pain. I could not embarrass her with tears, embarrassment with tears. And Spirit reminded me, as a child, as a baby, that's all, the only language we knew was to cry. And that is an innate form of who we were. And to have the trauma to say, you can't cry and you better not cry, and how dare you start crying, and ain't nothing wrong with you. Why are you crying? Whew. Those are trauma moments. For some of us, they're big T's, and some of us, they're little T's. But we have to heal from that, and we have to allow ourselves to cry, and not just for the good moments, not just for the wedding days, not just for the surprise birthdays, not just for good sex, not just for the good things, but also for the things that totally overwhelm our heart, like grief and sadness and heartbreak and suppressed feelings that are still frozen within our body. And the only way that we know that they are being melted to be released is the tears fall from our eyes, burnout, transitions that we're surprising, those tower moments, death, anger, all of those things. Because I know I've cried for a gamut of emotions, infinite emotions that I can name and unname. So release. Releasing is important. It's fundamental. And I would never, I don't think I've ever told my children that. If I have, oh, please forgive me. I'm asking them in my own spirit realm, if I ever told my child, "Stop crying," or "You better not cry," or well, I know I've never said, I'm gonna hurt you," because I never whooped my children. I never whooped them. I never disciplined them in that way. So, but anyway, crying for release. It's important. You go ahead and cry. The song, "It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you." I don't know why that song came up, but I used to like that song. Don't know why. Maybe because I needed to cry. Maybe I needed to cry, and I was told to hold it together, to get, suck those tears back in your face. All that craziness that is embodied in me that I am releasing right now. So, also, number two, we cry for relief. Whew. Yes, we cry when we're in pain, man. I gave some blood today and that felt really good. The needle hurt, but I didn't cry. I held it in, so to speak, but it reminded me of what happened this morning. And so when we cry for relief, it's usually it's in plain it's it's in plain. It's in relief, relief. Relief is both in the highs and the lows. Sometimes we cry when we're being seen. Someone sees us and they congratulate us, or that we've reconnected with somebody we haven't seen in a long time, and and the love is there and love is shared. We cry because finally we're safe, or we're at home and we can breathe with our relief with tears. Um, we could win something and just feel exuberant and we're going to cry. But that's nervous system work, right? That's spirit, acknowledging the experience and just moving it out is giving us a solution of gratitude, of pleasure, um a resolution as well, and we're able to resolve whatever that emotion overwhelm is. And that is the other thing for crying is relief. The third thing that the reason why we cry and why it's so important to continue to cry, to support your healing, your support you as a soul, is to get a reaction. And sometimes it's a reaction from you or it's a reaction from someone else. Think about it as if you start crying, you're telling someone else you need comfort. You're telling someone else you need some attention. You're not saying, "Look at me, I'm crying," but you're saying something without saying anything. Maybe you're hungry or hangry. Maybe you're frustrated. I know I've cried many of days when I'm frustrated, when I'm emotionally charged, when I need help. Like, how many times have we gotten on our hands and knees? Or how many times have I gotten on my hands and knees and cried out to God? Not just cried out with my voice, cried out, but cry out to God. Change this. Help me with this. Give me this. Please help, do this for me. Or I'm sorry. Or what have I done? Or why am I deserving this? All that self blame or whatever self shame that's coming out because something happened and I need something from someone. And at that time it's God. A lot of times we cry when we're attached to something and it gets taken away from us. It could be as simple as a piece of jewelry or a car, or grief with our friends and family, or just so many things that I can just name and not name at the moment. But I just want to say in this video that it's important for you to cry. It's important for you to own who you are in your tears and know why you're crying, what three levels or what three reasons for those tears. And without any shame or blame, identify that and see if that um, eh, see if that, how do I want to say it? If those tears are really providing you your needed support in a way that takes you to the next level, that gives you clarity in response to your tears. I think that's what I want to say. Clarity in your response of your tear. Because after your tears, did you get the support that you needed if you were crying for reaction? Did you get the release if you was that you needed in your body if you were feel that you was crying for release? Did you get relief from your body um with your tears? Those things are important, and if you have, and when you do, you acknowledge that and you thank those tears for clearing and cleansing not just the inside of you physically, but your soul as well, because now your heart is open, can stay open and um be receptive. That's the word I want. And be receptive to something new, to come in and support, heal, and calm you, allowing you to let go and, be in gratitude and be thankful. Because, after a good cry, you feel 10 pounds lighter. You feel that you can take on the world. You feel that life can be so much safer, for you to express yourself. And I just want to go back to that simple framework that spirit gave me in the beginning, saying that this is a part of who we are at a DNA structure level. We are born, and that is our first communication skill. It's our first way to regulate our emotions. It's our first way to provide relief for ourselves. And it's the first way that we, as humans, get a reaction because we need something. And it's okay to cry. And I'm moving forward in my crown era at 55. I'm giving myself permission more to just cry it out, cry it out, cry it out for the sake of my own life experience, for the sake of my own elevation, for the sake of my own eternal greatness that I desire to experience. So, yeah, it's Coach Hunt. I love you guys so much. I have your greatest interests at heart. And if you want to know more about yourself or more about me, you can go into the description box. I have the discovery letter. This is a small little book, but it grows with you. It elevates you. It connects you to your intuition. It helps you know who you are. One of the questions, it says, um, sky's the limit. What professional aspirations do you have for this year? Whether it's advancing in your current role, pursuing a new career path, or developing a new skill. How do you plan to achieve these goals? And then I give you an example. That's just one of the prompts that you will write for yourself about who you are, why you are in that particular aspect of life. You don't have to choose that prompt. You can only, in my discovery letter, I want you only to choose one or two prompts for that year that's going to help elevate you to the next level, the next part of your own evolution. And so you can see where you've been, where you are now, and where you're going in a clear, distinct manner. Yes, you can have it all, and you can have it all at once, or you can have it one at a time. But for me, I know that if I grab too much too quickly, I won't be able to hold on to all of it. But if you hand it to me one by one, I'm able to hold on and embody it even deeper and greater. I also have the refill ritual in there. That is a great way to really refill your self love and maybe even cry in that zone. But if you need any more clarity on crying and having permission to cry, please do. Know that you don't need my permission. You have to give yourself permission because you are the authority of your own life. You have your own free will, and your tears, whether they're of joy or torment, trials or tests, know that those tears create a testimonial for you to be on the other side of something. Okay. I love you guys so much. Again, it's Coach Hunt, and I have your greatest interest at heart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, send this video to somebody who you know is a crier, and sometimes they feel ashamed about crying. Now let them know that they have full permission, honey. Full permission for themselves to do what they need to do for them. All right. Bye.